welcome. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Here, Jay, in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point. Jay, they have a squad here in Philadelphia. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. To Richardson. Cleans it up. Marc Gasol.
No! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Nothing going here on that drive. Jay, how do you even begin to try and describe the whirlwind that is the Toronto Raptors?
Well, you start with the positive. Last year was the first time in franchise history they were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And here we are, this team still having a chance to win the Eastern Conference again.
Richardson to Alec Burks. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. He's looking for that touch.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Sixers control it.
Here we go, my ball.
To Tobias Harris. Richardson, pass to the rim. That pass taken away by Toronto. That'll get out off the Raptors. Marc Gasol, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Pascal Siakam at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Philadelphia with the basketball. To Richardson. Probing the defense. Richardson. Weighs his options. To Richardson. Trying to cash in. Harris's shot won't go. Lowry with it. Leads 5. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Alec Burks. second effort. Joel Embiid. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Short jumper off the mark.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Nice finish at the rim. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Sizing up the defense. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lowry from long range. His first effort off the mark. To Embiid. Marc Gasol with a piece. Harris.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Rebound taken by Toronto. Pascal Siakam to VanVleet. It goes down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Shot from in close, no good. Another follow, stays out. Richardson to Embiid. Joel Embiid, 3 for 6 now.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Ibaka to Lowry. To Stanley Johnson. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Has a look. And he buries it.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Has a chance, and he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of his shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. To Richardson. Joel Embiid, 4 out of 7. Lowry into the front court. They can get a 2-for-1 if they play this right. To Stanley Johnson. Nothing going here on that drive. Johnson. To Lowry. "24-second violation." Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Oh, Neto against McCall. Deep three at the buzzer. The first quarter's complete. The Raptors in front. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry to Powell. Fires the three. Tough shot for Norman Powell. No good. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. Lowry has the basketball. To McCaw. Takes stock of the floor. McCaw to Hollis Jefferson. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Embiid. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Embiid. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Come on. You knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Oh, Neto matched up with McCaw. Pascal Siakam. Oh, nice find for the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Sixers have the basketball. To Alec Burks. surveys the floor. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. McCaw into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Powell. Here comes the screen. Powell to McCaw. Fires the three. Advantage to the D. Won't go for McCaw. To Alec Burks. Screen coming. Alec Burks. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Tobias Harris. Scores from the post. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Screen coming.
Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Toronto with the basketball. Fred VanVleet. Probing the defense. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Embiid. It's rebounded by Gasol. Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet, nice pass to set things up. From the painted area, won't go down. Harris to Embiid. Knocked loose. Embiid. To Alec Burks. Here's a chance from long range. Hand in his face, no good for Alec Burks. Fred VanVleet, nice pass to set things up. Serge Ibaka, 2 of 4 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Alec Burks. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Ibaka. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Won't go. Desperation shot here from half court. That'll do it for the first half. The Raptors have the lead.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors will start the second half with a narrow lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers are still very much in this matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. To Lowry. For 3. Johnson showing why when he's at his best, he could be a great pro.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Nice work by Fred VanVleet.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Richardson to Tobias Harris. Here comes the screen.
Uh-oh, you know you can't guard me out here.
Josh Richardson. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Up 6. To Van Vliet. Lowry. Rebound taken by the Sixers. Richardson to Embiid. Runner's good there.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Van Vliet. Nothing going here on that drive. Fred Van Vliet. To Hollis Jefferson. Off the assist.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Richardson. Here comes the screen.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
Richardson to Embiid. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Lowry. Shot from the lane won't go. Sixers control it. To Richardson. Probing the defense. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Nothing going here on that drive. Curling inside. From the outside, no good. To Tobias Harris. Richardson to Embiid. Gets to the basket and scores.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Over to the right side. Lowry to Gasol. He throws it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To Richardson. Here comes the screen. Richardson to Tobias Harris. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Embiid to Alec Burks. For 3. Not that time. He missed it. To Van Vliet. To Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry with a shot that's no good. To Tobias Harris. Can't connect. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Gasol. Marc Gasol. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
McCaw into the front court. Leads a bucket. Powell to Ibaka. Powell to Ibaka. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Here comes the screen. To Horford. Gets a shot up off the mark. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
Ed, as a defender, you're very reluctant to challenge the shot because if you impede his space for where he lands, that's going to be an easy foul.
To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Here comes the screen. Powell to McCaw. Five to shoot for Toronto. Short jumper off the mark. To Horford. Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Runner here won't go. To Richardson. Powell to McCaw. Ibaka goes to the right side. To McCaw. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
First try, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Alec Burks. To Richardson. To Alec Burks. Alec Burks with the slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Well, you need execution in a chess match. And the best execution, I just saw the star player talk to one of the young fellas. You take those young fellas over to the side. You coach them through some of these big-time moments that happen in the fourth quarter. That's how you get your team ready for the playoffs and hopefully a chance to win a championship.
Substitution being made in this one. Lowry to Ibaka. Rebound Horford. Count it.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Lowry. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Oh, had him going there for a second. From the painted area, won't go down. Al Horford pins it.
Sent a message on that one there.
Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
New blood coming in for both sides. To Richardson. No good. No daylight. Great defense. To Lowry. And he dunks it down for two.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get your 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Another chance. Another shot stays out. To Hollis Jefferson. Lowry to Van Vliet. Ibaka. That's rebounded by Embiid. Richardson. Tough. Traffic.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry to Hollis Jefferson. Offensive board. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. Gasol.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Tobias Harris. Screen coming. Richardson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the rebound taken by Gasol. Count the basket at the rim.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished third in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
Harris.
Hey, double screen.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Whistle blows, intentional foul.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game, so if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Joel Embiid is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 77% at the line. First one, count it. That one won't go. One more to come. Misses the last one. 1 for 3 trip. It's the Raptors with the victory as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors took this down to the wire before getting the win. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers must be devastated after such a close loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Marc Gasol really impressed me with the way he redirected shots. Watching him block shots was only slightly more fun than watching how his teammates were reacting to them.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game